Are you listening? Damn. Uh. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Uh.
It's been a couple of weeks since our season premiere, and we're back with new segments for you. This is the Sports Quarter, and I'm Nick, and this is my co-host Levi. Just a reminder, the Sports Quarter is produced by the Advanced Sports Broadcasting class, and it's recorded in the Central Television Studios at the University of Central Missouri.
You're seeing some new faces hosting this episode, and if you're wondering where Noah and Brinkley are, I'm here to tell you that they've been fired for their poor performance. Totally joking. We'll be rotating hosts every episode, so they'll be back in the near future.
After having their season cut short last year, Mules baseball has rebounded and continued their winning ways. In this first segment, Levi and Brennan had a walk and talk interview with Eric Webb, who has been a key reason for the team's success. Let's take a look.
Hey, I'm Brennan Van Beersen here in the Sports Quarter, and I'm here with Eric Webb at Crane Stadium, and he is the career home run record king in the MIAA. We're just going to walk and talk here at Crane Stadium, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about his approach hitting and his mentality and how it feels to be the record holder. All right, so, Webby, let's talk about last season a little bit. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, the season ended because of the coronavirus. I want to know your thoughts on exactly what was going through your head at that time.
Yeah, so we were actually at Fort Hays, and we were doing pretty well in that series. After the second game, news got out that Division I got canceled and March Madness got canceled, and it was kind of crazy that this was all coming down and nobody heard of coronavirus or anything like that. Yeah. So, Coach Crooks called us down the line and told us all in the huddle, like, hey guys, this is it for the season. So, I want you guys to go out and play your best, play your hardest, and don't let this affect you in any way. So,
thank you for your support of Fort Hays State University Athletics. Due to recent decisions made by the NCAA and the MIAA, all Fort Hays State spring sports have been suspended for the time being. We thank you for your support of Fort Hays State University Athletics. Please check with FHSU Athletics or follow FHSU Athletics on Twitter and Facebook for any and all updates to this fast-developing story.
It was in our minds the rest of the day, but we still put a good game together, and it was really tough, especially for all the seniors. We didn't know what we were going to do after that, so honestly, it was a little hard to focus that game for me personally, just because it could have been my last game ever. I didn't know if we were going to get another year of eligibility, if that was just going to be it for us with, no way to come back and play. So, I'm definitely glad we got this extra year of eligibility to come back and, play for the Mules and meet the new teammates and finish what we started.
Mm-hmm. Unfinished business.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished
Exactly.
business. So comparing last year's team to this year, we have a lot of returners. What would you say is the biggest difference or similarities between the two?
Yeah, I'd start with the similarities. In our starting lineup, we have everybody coming back as we did last year, and I think that shows with how we're playing this year already. We have a very mature team. Honestly, I'd say probably one of the oldest lineups in all divisions.
I would agree.
But yeah, I think just with the experience that we've had and all the returners coming back, that we're in a good spot. Even comparing ourselves to last year's team, our record is pretty much the same exact thing, actually a little better this year. So, yeah, it's nice having all of the guys back. And on the pitching staff, we lost a couple of good pitchers, but the new pitchers that we got, and our bullpen's really deep, and the starters are doing what they're supposed to. So, I think we're in a good spot.
Yeah, I would agree. You got to keep going, though. Got to keep going.
Yeah.
So on an individual standpoint, you set the career home run record in the MIAA, 40 home runs. So my first question about that is, was that record on your mind as you were getting closer to that, or was it, something you weren't thinking about?
Yeah, so it was definitely on my mind as I got closer, and it was a goal. Well, not really a goal, but it was something that I was working towards this year. It's kind of fun, but it was in the back of my mind for sure. But as I got closer to it, we still had, weeks left, so I wasn't too worried about. I wasn't thinking too much about the record, just because I knew I was comfortable in the box. My approach was in the right spot, and I was staying pretty consistent. So actually against Washburn, I think I was one home run away, and we were in a big game against a great pitcher, and I wasn't thinking about it at all, especially coming into, I think it was the 8th inning, and I ended up hitting a home run in that inning, tying up the game and tying the school record. But that's not what I was thinking about in the moment. There was so much adrenaline, and I was really hyped for like the guys that I was able to produce in that spot of the game and be able to execute what I was supposed to. So for that home run, I didn't think of setting the school record right then and there, and it was definitely something fun to do though.
Yeah, quite the story to be able to tell that was when you tied the record and you tied the game for the team.
Yeah.
So when you did set the record and break it, it was on the first pitch. Were you thinking, all right, I'm going to hammer this ball, first pitch, I'm going to do it? What were your thoughts right there?
Yeah, so, I mean, you know better than anybody else. I always joke around saying my approach at the plate is swing hard just in case you hit it. So, I didn't really know what I was hunting when I got to the plate, but I have been getting a lot of first pitch fastballs throughout the series. So I went up there and I had kind of an idea of what I was looking for. And he threw me a fastball down the middle, and, I took my best swing and then leaving the yard, and that's when I broke the record. So it's pretty cool. Before that, I was talking to the single season home run king, Bennett Oliver, and he gave me some words of wisdom, and I went up there, and it was pretty cool to be able to break the record, especially at home in front of all of our fans. So that was something very special.
Yeah, absolutely. So dating back all the way to your freshman year, do you remember your first home run here?
Yeah, we were at Nebraska Kearney. We were playing there, and I actually got a pretty funny story. I was going to play left field that week, or that game, and I left my glove on the bus. So I had to break the news to Coach Crooks, and he put me in DH spot that game. And I ended up hitting my first home run, my first 3 home runs that weekend at Nebraska Kearney.
Oh,
so
all 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how about that? No
Yeah.
big deal.
So first collegiate home run came at Nebraska Kearney. There was a little bit of a launch pad, but I'm not going to let that take away from me.
No, absolutely. So you talked about your mindset, swing hard just in case you hit it. Is that your actual approach? We've talked a little bit about this. What are you thinking when you go up to the plate? Are you thinking, all right, I'm going to hammer this ball, I'm going to hit a home run, or what's your thoughts?
No, I keep a pretty simple approach. I don't want to think too much when I'm in the box, and I think just with the experience that I've had and the approach that I've come up with the help of our coaches, and it's a little atypical, but I don't really sit pitches that we're taught to sit, like sit a pitch in this count or a different one in this one. I don't want to give too much away, but instead of sitting pitches, I like to sit zones, and I think that helps me with a lot of my success. And like I said, it's a little strange, but it works for me. So sitting zones is definitely what I like to do.
About it. That's not something you typically would hear, but if it works for you, obviously it's working a little bit. Hit a few home runs in your career.
Yeah, just a couple.
So just a couple. So last question. What are your expectations individually and for the team as we progress towards the end of the year?
Right, like I said, we're in a great spot right now, and with the experience that we have and the maturity in our entire lineup, honestly, even guys that come in and out of the games that come in big spots, I know we have all the confidence in everybody in the lineup, in the field, and our pitching staff. So I think if we just keep competing against ourselves and let our practice show in the games, I think we're going to be a great spot. We have a lot of confidence in our pitching staff, and you know that. So I think as long as we take care of our business and do what we're doing, I think we're going to be in a great spot the rest of the season, heading into postseason.
I couldn't agree more.
Sure.
I'm excited as the year continues. Yeah. All right, well, you heard it here best at the Sports Quarter with Eric Webb at Crane Stadium. We'll see you next time.
Breaking a conference home run record that stood for almost 40 years is an incredible accomplishment, and hopefully Webb's new record will hold for just as long. Just a heads up, this crew will be broadcasting Mules Baseball on the 24th on the MIAA network. With that said, we're going to step away for a quick break. Stay tuned for more of the Sports Quarter.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in audio will enhance your skill set for work in radio, television, film, and beyond. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work on UCM Radio The Beat, as well as in film projects and live events. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in digital journalism will develop your skill set for work in multimedia outlets, including print, online, and broadcast. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work online at digitalberg.com and in the student-led newspaper, The Muleskinner. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
Welcome back to the second episode of this season of the Sports Quarter. There's much more to see and discuss, but don't forget to tweet us at UCM SportsQ and let us know what's on your mind. It's time to jump into the bigger sports headlines on campus and beyond. In UCM sports, a true freshman on the Mules track and field team, Reagan Ulrich became the first Mule to hit the NCAA qualifying mark in pole vault by clearing 17 and 2 1/4 inches. That's his personal best and it ranks 5th all-time at UCM Outdoors. Congrats to Reagan on reaching that mark.
Speaking of freshmen in sports, a major effect of the NCAA granting an additional year of eligibility due to COVID cutting the spring season short has been the lack of scholarship money for those incoming freshmen. Many senior athletes have opted to take advantage of the 5th or even 6th year of play in their sports. The ripple effect from the NCAA decision has altered how coaching staffs recruit high school players, and with less playing time available, it changes which schools the high-level recruits are signing to. Team dynamics have shifted and we'll continue to see how it plays out across each conference.
Shifting gears to the world of professional bowling, 18-year-old Anthony Neuer accomplished quite a feat on national television this past weekend. He successfully converted a 7-10 split, which hadn't happened on the PBA live on TV over the past 30 years. You'll have to see it to believe it.
You know, I think there's so many processes to becoming a champion on this tour, and especially winning a major. And I'll get to those processes right after this shot. Again, you can see that ball breaking loose early.
7-10, come on, man.
Again, the look back. So
that's what I mean. I don't know why that re-racked.
Right through the face, leaving the 7-10. The 7-10 only been made on television 3 times in the history of professional bowling on TV.
Come on, kid, do it. Oh, he did it! He got the 7-10, Randy! He did it! Woo-hoo-hoo! My goodness, the Ginger Assassin just dropped the 7-10. You bet, kid. You bet. Oh, man. Give me some oxygen and water to spare the game. Brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will. I believe the Ginger Assassin can drop the 7-10. Oh, man.
Golf may not be a sport that you watch on a regular basis, or at all, but in one of the biggest tournaments in the game, Hideki Matsuyama made history as the first male golfer from Japan to win the Masters, which is one of the PGA's 4 major championships. That was our last headline, so we'll stop for a short commercial break. This is the Sports Quarter, and we'll see you in a minute.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio remote will enhance your knowledge in multi-camera studio shows as well as multi-camera live event productions. Our professors bring real-world experience into the classroom, and students can showcase their work through different media outlets including live streaming, UCMC-TV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this or other concentrations, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
Welcome back to the Sports Quarter. I'm Levi, and this is Nick. This next segment is backed by popular demand. Our crew went back out to test the random sports knowledge of UCM students around campus. Let's see how they did.
Well, didn't see you there. Today we're going to be doing some other questions, asking people about some sports. Let's rock.
All right, you ready to rock and roll?
Man, let's do this.
Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. All right, first question we got for you. In what 2 years did the Chiefs claim victory in the Super Bowl?
Come on, baby. In 2020, and then, I'm from KC. It's
you better know this.
They just won it in 2019.
Correct. And what was the other one?
Way before I was born, like.
Way before I was born too.
Before that.
2019 and I don't know what, 2018?
2018? You said we're back-to-back Super Bowl champions? So what year did the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
1974.
1970.
1970.
1970.
1970.
71.
Nope.
74.
Nope.
78.
Nope.
77.
Nope.
79.
Nope.
76.
Nope.
72.
Nope.
70.
Yep. Who is known as the Big Diesel in the NBA?
I have no idea.
I promise that you know who he is. Who was known as the Big Diesel in the NBA?
Shaq.
Who was known as the Big Diesel in the NBA? Who was known as the Big Diesel in the NBA?
The Big Diesel.
If you don't know this one, I might cry.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes, sir. He's in tons of commercials. He does all the pregame work for the NBA. Big, tall guy. He played for the Magic. He's played for the Heat. He's played for the Lakers. Take a guess. I'm sure you know him. He's been in many films, many, commercial appearances. He's very tall, hence the name, Big Diesel.
O'Neal?
Shaquille O'Neal, yes, sir. Big Shaq.
I don't know.
He also has a kung fu game. Still don't know? You want me to give you the answer?
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, okay.
What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball?
Doug. I don't remember. I forgot.
Dodge. Is that one of them?
That would be one of them.
Dodge, dip, dive.
Duck. Dive.
Yeah, dodge, dip, duck. I don't know. I just don't get hit by the wrench.
Don't get hit by the wrench. Those are the 5 Ds of dodgeball.
Dip.
Yep.
And drop.
Drop? Well, I guess.
The ball
I guess.
coming,
I guess.
You gotta drop to the floor. You know what I'm saying? You got watch the ball coming. You gotta drop it. So that's 5 Ds.
All right. Who is the only person in the world that could beat Michael Jordan in a 1v1?
Me.
Well, very nice to meet you, LeVar Ball. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I could be him in a 1v1 too.
You could be LeVar in a 1v1?
Yeah.
What?
In my prime.
Are you in your prime?
No.
LeBron James.
No.
LeBron James.
No.
No. LeBron James.
LeVar Ball?
LeBron James.
Now, I know you're disappointed, but that's going to be the end of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go to the bathroom because Chick-fil-A just decided to ruin my life. Peace out.
A video with reactions like that never gets old. We had fun putting that together and we hope you enjoyed it as well. When we get back from the break, Noah and Alicia will be giving us some hot takes live on set. See you soon.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in digital cinema will prepare you for all aspects of film production such as screenwriting, editing, cinematography, and motion graphics. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work in film festivals, UCM's CTV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in audio will enhance your skill set for work in radio, television, film, and beyond. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work on UCM Radio The Beat, as well as in film projects and live events. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in sports communication will enhance your knowledge in multi-camera live sports productions, in addition to writing for sports media. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work through different media outlets, including live streaming under the MIAA network, UCM CTV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
It's time for Hot Takes. I'm Alicia, and this is Noah. This segment is called Hot Takes because in front of us, we have a couple different peppers that we'll be eating and debating some sports topics.
In the first round, we'll start off with a jalapeno, and then it goes up a notch with a fresh habanero pepper. This should be fun for you all, and maybe less enjoyable for us. Well,
let's do it.
Let's get to it. First off, jalapeno pepper.
We're here. Dios mío. Our first question deals with the rate. Deals with the rate of three-pointers being made in the NBA increasing each year. Should there be a 4-point line in the NBA?
Absolutely. I think you see guys with Steph Curry, Damian Lillard shooting 3 balls from half court.
No.
They should be rewarded for it.
No. There's no point. There's a 3-point line for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You have the time. There's shot clock for a reason.
Right.
You can run up past half court. You don't have to spend all that time.
But look how fun it was on the big 3, though.
I'm sweating.
I am too.
Already.
About to. But we still have.
But no, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm wrong. completely.
So
I
if
think,
there's why do you need a 4-point line? There's only like 2 people that can make it from there. What's the point?
why not? I mean, that encourages people to go through the 4-point line and have the opportunity to score more points. And I feel like the game makes the game more interesting because if you have a team that's down by 5 points, they're like, oh, they're counting them out, they're done.
Just
but
drive in
with
the
a 4-point
lane,
and then
score,
an
get the
and
and one. No. Who's going to give you an and one at a 4-point line?
Who's going to give you an and one at a 3-point line? It's basically the same thing.
Nobody
Oh
should.
my
And if
goodness.
somebody does, they honestly shouldn't be playing in the NBA. They should be playing in the rec church league.
Oh my God. Is
They don't-
that where you play?
I did play there.
Okay.
I didn't make it very far, and I stayed there.
I don't understand. I think a 4-point line would be great for it. I mean, it just makes the three-point shot makes it so much more interesting.
Okay, if you're going to have a 4-point line, we might as well have a 6-point line and make the half-court shot 6 points.
Whew. So this is a little hot.
It is hot.
It's a little hot. I mean, wherever Scott Hofsummer decided to get these peppers at, but whatever. I'm feeling the heat a little bit, but now it's time for a level up. Whew. All right, habanero. See, I like habanero, like mango habanero, but I don't know if I like this. I don't know what I got myself into, but
I'm shaking. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't like the peppery taste, like the pepper. I don't know what you call it.
As you can see, I'm literally on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Whew. All right. Our second topic involves the NFL and NBA overtime rules. Should the NFL adopt the college football overtime rules, and should the NBA have a single possession for each team in overtime type of system in place? English.
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't know, and I don't care.
Okay. So.
This is bad. I thought I'd be better than this. I'm Hispanic.
I'm trying to breathe, but overtime rules.
I think we just shouldn't even play. We can just cancel the game.
Yeah, they can go home, I need my water.
This is a lot worse than I thought it would be, guys.
Oh.
It feels like firecrackers are in my throat.
Oh.
We're going to wrap this segment up.
I've got some takes about overtime.
Okay.
Okay. Overtime, I think, in the NBA should be, holy cow. NBA should be like a 1v1 competition. And whoever score first wins. And
in NBA?
Yeah.
I think that's
NBA.
stupid.
You think that's stupid? Why?
I can barely breathe.
Why are you doing this to us?
I can't even think straight. Okay. I'm sorry. We're going to wrap this up.
I'm about to cry.
So I can start to recover as soon as possible. Join us.
Join us after the break for our picks because we're on fire.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio remote will enhance your knowledge in multi-camera studio shows as well as multi-camera live event productions. Our professors bring real-world experience into the classroom, and students can showcase their work through different media outlets including live streaming, UCMC TV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this or other concentrations, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in digital cinema will prepare you for all aspects of film production such as screenwriting, editing, cinematography, and motion graphics. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work in film festivals, UCMC TV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
We've reached the game picks portion of our show, where we give our picks for 5 different games that will be taking place after the taping of this show. The rest of the crew will also be making their picks behind the scenes, and we'll see how well we all did in the next episode. Speaking of which, let's see the standings from the last episode. We've had 4 students in our class go 4-1, 4 go 3-2, and 4 go 2-3, as well as 2, sorry, Tristan and Matt, but the only 2 that went 1-4. How do you expect that those guys went 1-4?
I don't know. I guess it's hard to say, but I'll say I went 4-1. The only game I got wrong was Anaheim and Arizona in the NHL. I was for sure Arizona was going to lose that game because they had both of their goalies, Darcy Kemper and Antti Ranta, both were hurt. So I thought the Ducks were going to win that, but I was wrong. So.
All right, on to the new picks for this week. In the MLB, the Arizona Diamondbacks take on the Washington Nationals. Who wins this one?
I picked Arizona for that one because if Steven Strasburg or Max Scherzer were going to start that game, I would have picked him. But they're kind of at a spot where they're either going to throw in a 5th starter or a bullpen guy, and I think Arizona's too good to get past that. Even though that bullpen guy was able to shut down the Cardinals the other day, I don't think he's going to be able to carry that into 2 games in a row. So I'm going with Arizona.
I got to agree with you on Arizona, but the Nationals used to be the team, but I think they're getting up there, especially with their pitching staff. So these next couple of years is going to see how well they favor in those pitching duels and with their young players and all that.
I think so too. So now over to the NBA, where there's a primetime matchup between the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. Levi, who's your pick?
I'm going with the Suns. I just have a favorite with Devin Booker. I think he's a good young talent for the team and kind of really revamping the organization. And I believe that kind of what they did with Steve Nash and bringing in some other guys to help support. I think that's what they're doing with Devin Booker, and I think the Suns can go a long ways with him.
I agree. That's why I chose Phoenix also, because of Devin Booker. And, the Western Conference, it is getting harder to lead, even with the Lakers being riddled with injuries right now. They still got to deal with the Clippers. So it's a tough division to lead. Nothing against the Bucks. They're still a competitive team. But I think the Suns do have the advantage, so I picked them.
Our next pick comes from the NHL, where the defending champs, Tampa Bay Lightning, host the Carolina Hurricanes. Which team comes out on top?
Well, I picked Tampa Bay on this one because, yes, they are the defending champs, and they're still in that Stanley Cup form. Even though they're missing Steven Stamkos and Nikita Kucherov, 2 of their best players, they still got Victor Hedman. They still got their goalie, Vasilevsky. They still got Braden Point. They still got Pat Maroon. They still got almost their entire team, with the exception of Stamkos and Nikita Kucherov. So they're still going to be pretty good. Carolina's good this year, but Tampa Bay's just a little bit better.
I think it's also like Tampa Bay's. They have that leadership, but then it's also like with Stamkos, Kucherov out, that they have the ability to play without those guys. Like it showed last year in the playoffs, where Stamkos played 1 game throughout the playoffs, and they're able to lead and win the cup.
One thing about Stamkos, he's always injured. I mean, it kind of stinks for the Lightning, but I still think they'll win that. Now, jumping over to professional soccer, as the MLS season is set to begin this week, the Vancouver Whitecaps play the Portland Timbers. Who takes the first win?
I'm going to go Timbers here. They've had a good history in this matchup between the Whitecaps and them, that I think they're just going to come out on top with beating the Whitecaps. Their last game they played last year, they won 1-0. And so I think they're on a good roll, and it looks like they have a good team coming into this year. So I got the Timbers winning this game.
I agree. I went with the Timbers too. And, historically they are better than the Whitecaps. They tend to have Vancouver's number every year, so I went with them. I don't think we've disagreed on a pick so far, and so we'll see.
I hope we're right.
Yeah.
Keeping with professional soccer, but on the women's side, in the NWSL, Sky Blue FC have a matchup against the North Carolina Courage in the Challenger Cup. Who's your pick?
I chose North Carolina for that one because Sky Blue, even though they won their first match 1-0, they were outshot 17-7. And going up against a team like North Carolina, that's going to be tough to beat, so I went with the Courage.
Yeah, I thought about looking at stats, but I don't know too much about women's soccer.
Neither do I.
In the realm of the American League, so I just went with the better sounding name of the Courage over Sky Blue, so that's who I was going with, the Courage, just because I like the name.
Yeah, me too. As always, play along with us and make your own picks for these games and see how you stacked up against us and the rest of the crew in our next episode That's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching the Sports Quarter. Join us next time for our season finale as we wrap up the semester.